Hey, welcome back guys, and today we're going to be talking about the new limited unit that is releasing, and this unit is LETHE. Now you guys probably hate her because of the Summer Side Story boss fight, because she's so hard to kill, but you guys should be happy because her animations look amazing, and I've said this before, she has two big reasons to pull for her. Now, she's an ice warrior. Let's actually look at her stats. This is going to be, her background story. If you guys are interested, you guys can check this out on the Epic 7 official YouTube channel if you guys want to look at that more in depth. But basically looking at her stats here, she is going to be an ice warrior, like I said, of the Aquarius zodiac. Now her health is pretty high because she's a warrior, and her speed is extremely high for a warrior. Now her base speed is pretty much the same as Zahhak, which means that she'll be pretty easy to build, as you're going to see, because she also won't need crit. And you're going to also see that her effectiveness is going to be pretty high because she will have to apply some debuffs, and her imprint concentration is effectiveness as well. And like I said, she won't have to crit because you'll see from her skills, but let's look at her skills very quickly. So her S2 guys, it is a passive ability. The first thing is that her first soul burn will be free, and also when you're attacking, you have a 100% chance when you max this out to inflict one omen, which is a unique effect on the target regardless of whether this lands or not. Now this cannot be activated by a counterattack, dual attack, or extra attack, so this can only happen on LETHE's turn. Now this omen effect will stack up to 3 times, as you guys can see. This will be unaffected by ER, cannot be dispelled or transferred, and this will go through immunity. And you guys will see why this omen effect is so strong when we actually look at her S1, which is going to be the way you activate it. Now if we look at how this actually works here, you're going to see that this will go through immunity like it says, and if you guys want to see an example of it, it should be right here. So Sylvan Sage, Vivian has immunity, but it goes through, so yeah. Now this is her S3 guys, freeze over. It is going to be a 4-turn cooldown. You're also going to see it has a 100% chance to inflict frostbite and restrict for 2 turns after it decreases buff duration by 1 turn. And you can actually soul burn this to give yourself an extra turn here. And keep in mind from her S2 guys that her first soul burn will be free. So you can actually soul burn this at the beginning of the battle and S3, and then use your S1 right after. Now if you guys don't actually remember what Frostbite does, it actually makes it so that you cannot be affected by damage sharing abilities, artifacts, or effects. So LETHE will prevent Aureus and effects that share damage, even like escort buff from SC Arrowell, from taking place, which is very nice. If we look at our S3, this is going to be the animation. It's nothing too crazy. Let's look at it again. It's just she's summoning a huge orb. Her main animation will be after she actually uses her S1 and activates her secondary effects. So this is LETHE's S1 guys, Wave Slash. It is just a single target attack that gives her speed buff. And also after attacking when the target's omen is 3, it will consume it all and activate Call of the Abyss. And Call of the Abyss guys, this skill is super strong. It's a single target attack, and if it kills an enemy, it will extinct them and also recover HP of everyone. It heals a lot. You're also going to see that it does not trigger a critical hit, so that's why I said before you don't need to build her on crit. This is going to be her main damage ability and your main win condition when you use her, and it will penetrate all the defense of the target, and also this damage will scale with her own HP, and the amount recovered will increase proportional to the target's HP. A lot of techs guys basically use this when the target's at 3 omen, and you will basically kill them, heal your team, and pretty much win the battle after that. So this is the animation guys. Keep in mind that she will use this after she hits an enemy with 2 omen, because as you see here, when she hits, it will go to 3 omen on Sylvan Sage Vivian here, and then the effect activates right after. So if you hit a unit at 2 omen, you'll actually proc this, and this animation looks amazing. You're gonna see this does 16k damage. This ignores the escort buff from the SC Arrowell. This will ignore the S2 passive from Sylvan Sage Vivian to reduce damage as well. And as you can see, since this killed the Vivian, she also heals her team by 5k. So pretty decent. The skill hits very hard, and you can see it does a lot of damage. So looking at her artifact guys, this is a limited warrior artifact, Prayer of Solitude. It is going to be just a flat health increase, and also you're going to see that when you attack, you'll do extra damage, and when that attack is an extra attack, so for instance, LETHE's S1 secondary effect after omens at 3 stacks, or like Alencia's S2, or even Shu's S1 into S2 as well, then the extra attack will do an additional extra damage. So you can see this artifact will be very good on HP scaling bruisers that have extra attacks. So like I said, Alencia, Shu, LETHE's very good, probably good on Edward Elric as well. So yeah, definitely a good artifact, and it is limited as well, so you definitely want to pull for it. I think this artifact will be LETHE's best artifact. Definitely a good artifact guys. I think this will be LETHE's best artifact on her, and the artwork looks pretty sick as well. Not gonna really talk about why, but I'm a pretty big fan of the artwork here. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, this artifact looks pretty good. Definitely want to get it. So yeah, overall guys, I think this unit is pretty sick. Like her animations, if we look at it again, like looks pretty amazing from her secondary effect on her S1, and also because she looks like a pretty good unit overall. I think she's kind of what MLK-Ron wanted to be, where she will shine in very long fights because of how her S1 works. Now, she will be available from July 20th, so that is, I don't know what day it is for you guys right now, but basically you can summon her very, very soon, and she is a limited unit, so you definitely want to pull for her. And honestly, we probably will see from the side story that she might need imprints as well. We don't know yet, but keep in mind that if you do need imprints of her for the side story and her artifact as well, we should probably riot, and I'll make a video about that as well anyways, but there is a chance. Hopefully Smilegate doesn't do it though, so please. And now let's look at Navy Captain Landy, the new Moonlight 5-star unit coming. Now this unit, guys, her animations have been teased. She looks amazing, and when you guys look at her kit, you guys will not be disappointed. This unit looks extremely powerful. Now, to everyone's surprise, she is a knight. Some people thought that she would be a warrior or a mage or even a ranger once again, but she is a knight, and she is the first Moonlight limited unit we have. So pretty excited to see what Smilegate actually did with this unit. But yeah, if you guys want to know her background story and her lore, as always, you guys can check out this video on the official Smilegate or Epic 7 YouTube channel and actually see it yourself. Now, these are her base stats, guys. Now, notice her attack is very high for a knight. She's very slow, but she is still very bulky. She does get some crit chance from awakenings, which is very nice. And her imprint concentration is going to be attack. You're going to see that she is a damage dealing knight that will do crazy amounts of damage with her S3. Now, her S2, guys, it is a passive ability like most, if not all, Moonlight 5-stars. Basically, it is going to make her immune to sleep and stun, and also give her built-in critical hit resistance by 70% at max Mola, which is insane. And at the start of battle, she'll give everyone increased critical hit resistance, except for herself for 2 turns. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the buff, right? And also after attacking, similar to Green Landy, she will increase attack of herself by 10% for ML Landy. And this effect will stack up to 5 times, up to a maximum of 50%. Now, the immune to debuffs, which prevent movement, is going to be very nice because if you look at her kit, if she actually gets some counters off with like Elbrus or Ritual Sword, because keep in mind she's a knight or counter set, you're going to see you're going to be in for a lot of trouble because of how powerful her S3 is. And yeah, this looks pretty good. It'll make her very tanky, and just the increased attack buff on herself will make her a little bit easier to build because she does require a lot of stats already because she needs bulk, she needs attack, right? And she needs to actually have crit chance and crit damage as well. So yeah, pretty cool skill. Now let's look at her S3, guys. Actually, let's look at her S2 very quickly. You're going to see that everyone does get that crit hit resistance buff. I'm pretty sure that's what they show. Yeah, so everyone gets crit hit resistance, which is very nice, especially against cleave. Like this just like destroys cleave already, and it's just a very good buff in general because if the enemy team doesn't have dispels or strips, your team has a lot of damage mitigation, or a chance to have a lot of damage mitigation because they can prevent the crit. Now this is her S3, guys. Mobilized warship. It is the big ship with the anchor flying out. 100 fighting spirits. So you're going to notice she uses a fighting spirit system, and after she gives herself attack buff, she will AoE attack everyone, stunning for 1 turn at 100%, and also penetrate defense by 60%. So yeah, pretty simple, not a lot of text, just an AoE attack that stuns and does damage, but look at the damage on this. It is crazy. Like, this damage is insane. 24k to LR Crow, albeit he's probably on Aureus. 16k to S10A. 10k to DJB, and yeah, just a ton of damage, right? It's probably going to win you the battle if you get this off. Her S1, guys, it is going to be a single target attack that gives you 25 fighting spirit. Also gives her CR, which is very nice. And also after attacking, you have a 40% chance to activate Salvo Fire as an extra attack. Salvo Fire is an AoE attack that will give her HP back, and also the HP recovered will scale with her own attack. And keep in mind, she is building attack with every turn from this S2, right? So every attack she does, even counter attacks and dual attacks, she will give herself 10% extra attack, which is very, very nice. Now, her S1, guys, keep in mind, Salvo Fire, it does not say that it cannot proc off of dual attacks, extra attacks, and counter attacks. So I don't know if they forgot to write that in, but if it's not, this will be super, super broken, because keep in mind, Landy can also be run on Elbrus Ritual Sword, and you're most likely going to run her on a counter set, which means that, you know, you have a chance to proc this extra attack after every single counter attack that she does. I don't know if this will actually stay in effect or if they just forgot to add it, but the damage on this looks pretty good too. Like, you saw that did like 5k to 8k, I'm pretty sure, right? So yeah, and yeah, you can see that every time she uses this S1, the main one, she'll get 25 fighting spirit. So you definitely want to run around counter and Elris because you need to rush for 100 fighting spirit, because basically when you get this S3 off, it looks like you just win, right? Sick animation, and you just almost wipe the enemy side. This is doing more damage than Green Landy, right? And she also gives herself the attack buff. So yeah, this unit looks insane. Not only are the animations good for her, but like the damage is just crazy. And you can see, I don't know if you can see at the bottom here, but she's running 17k HP, so she's pretty bulky. And because she's a knight, she does get a lot of base health and defense innately, so every time you put her on more like HP percentage, you'll get more benefit out of the substat, and her attack is very high as well. Honestly, I don't even think you need speed because you just rely on the counter. And unlike Bellion, she's immune to stuns and sleeps, which was Bellion's like biggest counter, right? So yeah, she will be pretty easy to run into like S10As, into like SC Arrowell, who can stun you as well, and even Lua, she'll be pretty good because her S3 doesn't even have a cooldown. So yeah, you're just gonna pretty much just sit there, wait to counter, get your fighting spirit, and then S3, and then kind of win the battle. So pretty sick. Very excited. She looks amazing. She will be available starting August 3rd, so please save your Mystic Medals. I think this unit is going to be really broken just at first glance. Now, I might be wrong, and she might be bad or not that great, but just looking at her kit, I can say, like, she's kind of giving off, like, Conquer Elias vibes. She looks insane for standard players, and she counters cleave as well, so that, you know, critical hit resistance buff will be very nice against cleave. So yeah, definitely I think will be a must-pull unit. As she releases, I'm going to definitely pull for her and test her out and let you guys know a more definitive answer on whether you guys want to pull for her or not, but I think she's a pretty safe bet because she looks amazing, and I think Smilegate wanted to make the first limited ML unit very good, and because she is the featured unit for Epic 7 World Championship, kind of makes sense, right? So yeah, pretty excited guys for her and also LETHE guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, and as always, if you guys want to see more videos like this and support my channel, make sure you guys subscribe and leave a like below as well. Peace.